Hey, what's happening, guys? I'm Alex. You're watching Panels Garage. Today we're going over my 1998 Nissan Stagea RS4S. Is this the coolest daily driver a dad could buy? We'll find out. You tell me. The Nissan Stagea debuted in late 1996 as the WC34 platform. While the Stagea lineup was originally designed to be a practical family car to compete with the Subaru Legacy Wagon, someone at Nissan had cooked up other plans for the RS4S variant. It's packed with performance goodies that make it a true enthusiast dream. From the outside, the Stagea might look like an ordinary wagon. Clean lines, functional design, and plenty of cargo space. But don't let that fool you. Look closer at an RS4S and you'll notice hints of its performance pedigree, like the subtle aero kit and sporty wheels. I did swap out the factory wheels, we'll look at those later on. This Stagea is the Series 2, and the chassis code is WGNC34. So let's decipher the chassis code. W means it's a wagon. G means it has an RB25. N means it's equipped with four-wheel drive. And the C means two things. First, that it's equipped with HICAS all-wheel steering. And second, that it's a Nissan C chassis. The RS4S trim level was only offered in the Series 2 of the C34, and only 2,281 were made. Talk about rare. As a matter of fact, it's the second rarest trim, second only to the 260 RS. So some cool things up front of the car here for the Series 2 is we've got xenon HID headlights from the factory, which is pretty neat. We've also got fog lights built into the corner lights here. And then these are the high beams. A lot of people think those lights are the fog lights, but those are actually the high beams. Something neat that I added here was the light up plate. So it's an original light up plate from Japan. It's pretty neat. So when I got the car, it did come on the original 17-inch wheels. I swapped those out for a set of 18-inch R34 GTR wheels, which I think look perfect on the car. And it is lowered on tank coilovers. Another neat thing to notice on this car is the body kit. So on top of being the RS4S, this one's a Day Z edition, meaning it came with an aftermarket front bumper. Well, I shouldn't say aftermarket, more like a factory option. Front bumper, side skirts, and rear spoiler. The back bumpers also got this additional piece on the Day Z edition, and you can see how well this kit suits the body. It makes the car look more aggressive, makes it look lower to the ground. An overall sportier look for the car. So back here we got the Blitz rear spec, cat back. And look how good that rear end of this car looks. Again, that Day Z spoiler and the back bumper make all the difference in how this car looks. So this car being the RS4S, being more of a sportier trim, it comes with this perforated, feels like suede or Alcantara type material on the seats as well. So they're cloth with those perforated inserts. I think they look really good, look sporty. Got my baby seat back there. Again, this is my daily driver, so the car, I have it set up to be as comfortable as possible and for me to be able to enjoy it every single day. So my favorite parts about the RS4S: manual, of course, All-wheel drive. Comes with these factory gauges here, which looks sick. So you got front torque split, voltage, and then boost. Alright, so I'm sitting back here in the back seat. I am 6 feet tall, so legroom is a little tight for me. But again, the seat's all the way back since I am a tall driver. But you got plenty of room back here. Got room for the baby seat. You can fit 2 baby seats back here if needed. The back seats do recline, which is a nice feature. And I think the car loses some leg room due to the fact that where the gas tank is located under the car, and that these seats do fold flat, which is an excellent feature whenever you're trying to load some stuff in here. So let's look at some stuff that looks similar to the R33. So door panels, area where the door handles are at, looks similar to the R33. The mirrors, steering wheel is definitely out of an R33. Cluster looks similar, and then so do the gauges in the middle here. Being an RS4S, it's got the gray, this kind of polished gray trim on the radio and on the AC, as well as the center console here. So previous owner installed this R35 start-stop button, as well as a push-to-start, remote start alarm system. It works well. Not really the ideal location for the switch, but it is what it is at this point. Also put a doubled-in flip-out, so kind of a nostalgic feeling in there, as well as being able to have Apple CarPlay and navigation and all those things. So behind me here, you'll see this net. It's kind of like a cargo net, separation net. This car has like 100 different configurations of how you could put that net. You could put it like that. You can have it dividing the section. There's also a slide-out cargo cover, which I don't have in here right now. I have it in the garage. But you combine it with that, they clip onto each other, and almost 100 different combinations of what you can do back there. I think one of the purposes might be so that you have dogs in the back, they don't jump over to the front type thing. Or also keeping cargo secure. If you have stuff stacked up to the ceiling, you don't want it falling over on the passengers here. Pretty cool. One cool feature of all the Stageas is they have the soft close trunk, so pretty neat. Alright, so with the hatch open, look how massive the opening is for the trunk there. And I don't want you to judge me, it is a little dirty back here, but I do use this car every day, and I've been hauling some stuff lately in it. Neat thing of back here, you got these handles to flip the seats forward. If you want to use the full flat seats, I'll show you on this side here. So from back here, you can go ahead and slide all the way forward. I've had as much as 4 wheels and 4 tires, non-mounted back here, all fit. Also fit a twin mattress back here the other day, which is pretty cool. This car does come with the spare tire back here. It's also got some weird stuff here. Like you can hook this, I guess, to the roof, or to the ceiling, or to this thing up here. But you got some anchor points, which is pretty cool. And then here you got some storage. This car came with some JDM spray cans back there. So you got power. And then you got a servicing port here for your Atessa. Guys, when I say massive cargo space, I am not exaggerating here. Another thing I love about this car, it's frameless doors, man. Look how sleek that looks. Close that door, look at that. No big old frame. So let's talk about the powertrain a little bit. So the powertrain does come out of the R34 GTT, or at least it shares the same engine. It's the RB25 DET Neo. So for this year, it was rated at 276 horsepower. But then again, so was everything else because of the Japanese gentleman's agreement between all the auto manufacturers. So you had this rated at 276. You had the 260 RS, the GTRs, all rated at 276 horsepower. I don't know how they got away with that, but they did. It's pretty cool. So the car's pretty quick. Picks up, makes all the right sounds. Moves well. Alright guys, this has taken me like 5 takes to try to remember this. So you heard me mention that this car has the Atessa all-wheel drive system with electronic torque split. So Atessa stands for Advanced Total Traction Engineering System for All-Terrain. Nissan's fancy name for their all-wheel drive system. But the Atessa isn't a true all-wheel drive all the time type system as you would find in a Subaru. The Atessa typically uses a rear-wheel drive transmission with a transfer case, and whenever it senses, I think it's a 5% difference in wheel speed between the front and the back, it uses a set of clutches to send power forward. So it ranges all the way from 0-100 torque split to 50-50 whenever it needs it. So it's pretty neat. You don't have that parasitic drag of the all-wheel drive system when you don't need it. And when you do, it's shooting power forward, just like on the GTRs. Show you guys the startup sequence here. So go ahead and climb on in. I'll leave the door open so those lights stay on. Alright, so foot on the brake. Clutch. Starts right up. Again, I love the flip out there. Just feels so nostalgic. It feels like you know, the cars we grew up on type thing. Gauges have this nice Nissan orange glow to them, which is pretty cool. So as you can hear, the exhaust on this car. This one has a Blitz near spec catback. Still has the factory cat on there. It also has the factory blow-off valve. It does sound a little louder than stock because I've got an Apexi intake. So you do hear all those nice turbo sounds, and you get to hear the blow-off valve. It's pretty neat. Just give it some gas through here. This car is also a pretty big head turner. I mean, it starts a lot of conversations, the majority of which are started by somebody asking, hey, what is that thing? Or what brand is that car? So as you might have seen, the Stagea front has the double unicorn instead of having the traditional Nissan emblem. So when people see the double unicorn, they have no idea what brand that car is. It's something they've never seen before. So this car is lowered on Tains, so it handles a little better than stock. Overall, it's not too much of a rough ride. It's pretty smooth. All right, let's take a few turns and see how the car feels. Got a little bit of traffic, but take it easy through here. Just get some of those nice exhaust sounds. Right here, push it. Feel that Atessa ETS taking over, sending some power to the front wheels. It's nice, man. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this for a family car. Well guys, I'm really hoping you enjoyed. Leave me a comment down below if you think this is one of the coolest daily drivers that Dad could get, especially for hauling the kids and the groceries around. If you don't think so, then leave me a comment anyways and tell me what you think would be cooler. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and I promise to give you guys more content this year. So I got another fun car at home that I can't wait to shoot for you guys. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see it. My Instagram is @pando305. You'll see what else I'm driving out there. And also waiting on the Skyline to come out of the body shop this year. So I'm doing a few things to it. So I think you guys will enjoy the outcome overall. And I'm excited to show you guys, all right? Thank you.